Meet the Ambassador, a program that highlights a friendly chat with the ambassador's impression on the kingdom. Meet the Ambassador with Dr Taghreed Alsaraj and Bender Asiri. Stay tuned on SRFM.
Each episode, we will informally talk with different ambassadors from around the world in Saudi Arabia. The purpose of the talk is to shed light on the ambassadors themselves living in Saudi and talk about any similarities and differences between our cultures. So our main focus will be on languages, culture, and a bit of storytelling. So stay tuned for Meet the Ambassadors on Saudi Radio. I want you to listen to this clip of music coming up next. So try to guess which country is our guest ambassador from.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema.
I hope you had a chance to listen to the music and guess which country our guest ambassador is from. On today's episode, we have the South African ambassador to Saudi Arabia, His Excellency Cosbert Rubushe, is with us on the line. Hello, Ambassador. How are you doing today?
No, I'm fine, madam. And you?
Very good. We're very happy to have you on the show. This show is focused on language and culture, so we want to kick off our conversation today with the question of how many languages do you speak, Mr. Ambassador?
Well, mostly I speak South African languages. Other languages from other countries, I'm learning them slowly. For example, French, I'm at the beginner's level. Spanish, I was at the beginner's level going to intermediate, but unfortunately, our lecturer left, so everything stopped. Since I came here, I've been trying to learn Arabic, but it's quite a mountain.
Yes. So in South Africa, I know they have many languages spoken in South Africa. Is that right?
Yes, 11. We've got 11 languages.
11 languages, wow. And
now
you speak all of them?
They want to add the sign language, now it's going to be 12.
Yeah, you see, so you speak all these 11 languages?
No, I speak a few of them.
Okay. So you how long have you been in Saudi?
I arrived in Saudi in January 2018.
2018.
So it's 3 years and a few months now.
Yeah, and so you've been learning or trying to speak Arabic?
Yes, I've been trying to learn Arabic, but the other problem is time.
Yes.
The work is just piled up and
not
no time to learn
not
Arabic.
only time, but you have to practice the language, or if you don't practice it, you won't be able to use it, and you'll forget about it.
But the other problem, the Saudis just speak to you in English and then lose the edge to learn the language because you can always use English.
Yeah,
but
so
if they were not using English, I think they would have forced us to learn Arabic.
Yeah. I think it needs a little bit of more commitment from everybody around you to tell them only speak to me in Arabic. Only when you're pressed, then you speak to English. Well, what was your expression or expectation when you were told to relocate to Saudi Arabia?
Well, I've been at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I was working in the Middle East desk. So I had visited Saudi, I think, 3 times or 4 times between 2013 and 2017. So I was always working with the Middle East, the Gulf countries and the Levant countries. So I had been to this region several times, but you know, you will come and stay 2 days, 3 days, you go away, you come and stay 2 days, 3 days. So you don't get to know exactly what's happening. And even the friends who take you around, they'll take you only to nice places. So you don't see the real country. Mm-hmm. And also, unfortunately for me, I used to come here in November, December. So I had the picture of a very cool Saudi Arabia. I didn't know that the summer will rush up to 45, 46 sometimes.
It could be up to 50 sometimes.
Yes, they tell me. Tell me. So that's one thing that I had never experienced. But they were telling me that it can be hot. But you know, when they tell you and you had never experienced it, those are two different things.
Yes.
But then in 2018, I felt.
So now, since 2018, you've now been in the country. So how was now, before you were going and coming back again, but since 2018, you've been here. What was the expectation that now what you've seen before on visits and now when you experienced living in Saudi?
I find it, for a South African, there is one element in Saudi that is exciting and let me say, that makes it enjoyable to live here. It's a question of crime. You know, in South Africa, crime is quite a problem.
Yes.
Now you come to Saudi Arabia, you forget to lock your car, it's no big deal. You walk freely at 12:30 at night. So that's the difference. That's the main thing that makes you enjoy life in Saudi. A situation where there's crime, we live there, we can manage, but when you know you are free, it's peaceful, you tend to find that peace in your inner self.
Yes.
That's the most enjoyable thing I enjoy in Saudi Arabia.
Yes,
Yeah. We manage in South Africa, we can live there, we were born there, we know how to maneuver.
Yes.
But you have to maneuver, you have to be on your toes. When you are driving at night, you are careful. When you stop in a traffic light, you look around. You don't just stop and look at the traffic light. You keep on checking your mirrors. When the traffic light opens, you bullet across. So it's like that. But you come to Saudi Arabia, you find it so peaceful. You can relax.
Yeah, this is something we're blessed with. I think when I was in South Africa like 2-3 years ago in Cape Town, I loved it, and I've seen the country so beautiful. Cape Town is fantastic. But like you said, I was always at home early, so I wasn't out about at night. So this is just one of the things that is a bit different. Did you see any similarities between the two cultures?
Well, there are quite a number of similarities, especially the importance that parents put to education. Here, every child is at school. This is what we're trying to do in South Africa. With all the limited resources, we're pushing every child to go to school. The emphasis on education, I think, is similar to both countries. Emphasis on respect on children. I've seen how respectful Saudi children can be. You can see that it's stressed at home. That's how they are brought up. It's not something they just pick up in the school. Yes. It's something they are brought with up, and the respect. I mean, when you talk to them, you feel you are an elder. Yes. The respect they give you, you feel you are an elder.
Yes.
That's another similarity. The people here, they really stress respect amongst children. Those are the things I can talk about, and the freeness of people. I mean, you go to a mall, you see that freedom. The way people move, the excitement, there's always an excitement. You find that also in malls in South Africa. People are just running up and down, talking and shouting and so forth. Well, Saudis are a bit less noisy than us. We can be noisy.
It's so interesting to hear about the differences and similarities between cultures. And so we agree. I had the Japanese ambassador, and one of the things that he mentioned was the similarities is between the respect, the family, and now you say that again, and you're from South Africa. It's so interesting to see these different countries and what we have, the similarities and the differences. Let's take a quick break, and we'll continue our talk with our guest ambassador after this. You're listening to SRFM Meet the Ambassadors program with Dr. Taghreed Alsaraj. We're continuing our talk about culture and languages with our guest ambassador, His Excellency Cosbert Rubushe from South Africa. Welcome back, Ambassador.
Thank you, madam.
I'm sure you're always busy with work, but did you get a chance to travel around Saudi and explore its different parts?
Yes. I've been to Al Taif.
Yes.
Yes, I enjoyed it a great deal. It's quite a difference. I know my first experience of Al Taif was in June in 2018, and it's at night. It's so cool. It was as if I was no longer in Saudi Arabia. It was so cool.
Because it's in the mountains up high. Do you feel like it's like in Cape Town, the tabletop, isn't it? Something you see that?
Yes. I remember one evening I really felt I needed to take my jacket because it was really cool.
Yes.
But it was June. That's what surprised me. It was June.
Okay.
So, but that's one place I visited. Then Al-Aqsa, I've been there as well. I've been to the east also, Dammam, Al-Khobar.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and in Al-Juf. The place I haven't been to is the south. I still want to go to the south. That's the place I still want to go to before I
You didn't go to Abha? Asir?
Yeah, those are the places. Because they tell me that it's green. They tell me that Abha is green.
Yes, it is.
I want to go in this. I've been also to Al-Ula, where there is a rock elephant.
I have every ambassador I had on the show said they went to Al-Ula. It's only me that I haven't gone to Al-Ula.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Yes.
Tell you, that place is wonderful.
So that's fantastic. I mean, everybody is agreeing on Al-Ula. It's a must-go-to place in Saudi.
No, it certainly is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So from all of these places that you've been to, which is considered your favorite place in Saudi?
Al-Taif.
Al-Taif, okay. So, but wait, don't commit to that because you're going to go, inshallah, to Asir and you'll see Abha as well. So that might remind you of a bit of South Africa as well.
Okay, well,
yes, and it's
I
cold.
haven't been there, you see. So the way I love that place,
yeah, if you love Taif, I think you'll love Asir, and you'll see the mountains and the clouds are so low. Well, you're going to be so high, so you feel like it's low. So that I think you'll love that as well. So I wanted to ask you, when people move to live in a country that has a different culture from their own, they sometimes go through something called culture shock. And you look back to when you first came to live and work in Saudi, was there any stories that you can share with us that highlights the similarities or differences between the cultures that we can learn from?
Well, the difference, it's part of Saudi culture. I don't think it's about to change. But I remember when I attended my first wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So when they told me, let's go, I said, going where? They said, no, the wedding is over. I said, but I haven't seen the bride.
Yeah.
I said, no, you didn't see the bride yet. Let's go. It's over.
Yes.
I couldn't believe that I'll go to a wedding and go home without... I've been to 4 weddings now since I came here. I've never seen a bride.
So I'm so sorry, but I couldn't stop laughing. Yes, that is true. It is something that the Western culture maybe not understanding that. But yes, because we have the segregation, the women have their own wedding and the men have their own. But the bride does get to the groom get to see the bride when he finishes from the wedding. In the men's side, he goes to the women's side and he walks down the aisle. But you don't get to see that.
The women get to see the groom.
Yes.
The women get to see the groom.
Yes.
But we never get to see the bride.
Yeah. That's, I think, so it was so funny. You were waiting for that and it didn't happen. But that is a very, very interesting and very funny story. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. We've taken a lot of your time. Is there any final words you want to say?
Well, my wish is for our two countries to link up culturally. And I believe if we can have an education exchange program where you have some Saudi children going to do their degrees in South Africa and South African children coming to Saudi Arabia. That's what I wish for. I've been discussing with our education authorities in South Africa. When our minister was here 2 months ago, we visited the university for girls, and this is what we're talking about also. That there is importance in exchanging.
Yes.
Educational, because once children grow up together, attending school together, you can't break that bond, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
You can't break that bond because they study, they are alumni, they shed, they quarrel, they fight, they forgive each other, they reconcile. You can't break that bond. You can't. This is how you build the bond at that level, at the ground level. Even when the countries quarrel, when you talk about peace, it's the children who are studying across who will be the first to talk.
Yes.
And then slowly the two governments come together. And talk. So you need to build a bridge at the education level.
Yes, you are right.
That's my wish. That's my wish.
Well,
I see trade,
thank you.
Yes, but this is what I wish.
Yes, thank you for that. And hopefully one of these days, yes, your wish will come true. We will we'll bridge the gaps between all the different cultures around the world. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. You were listening to Meet the Ambassadors program on SRFM. Our guest today was His Excellency Ambassador Cosbert Rubushe from South Africa. Thank you for listening, and until our next episode with a new guest ambassador, take care and goodbye.
Meet the Ambassador, a program that highlights a friendly chat with the ambassador's impression on the kingdom. Meet the Ambassador with Dr Taghreed Alsaraj and Bender Asiri. Stay tuned on SRFM.